This week was particularly interesting because we went down this path of simplification. We thought when we launched or relaunched the website the 10th time, we had simplified it enough for it to make sense, to explain the concept very clearly. Turns out we were wrong, and there was still an opportunity to simplify further. So that's been the journey for this week. We've looked at simplification from various perspectives, right from what the business model is to the tooling we use, and we are making progress. It is a long journey, as they say. Simplifying things is the hardest, and we know it. We've done it. So we will continue on that, and there will be some updates specifically relating to that over the coming weeks. At this stage, what we are really trying to do is refocus the value proposition. At the end of it, we're trying to do something very simple. Bring great ideas together, get people around great ideas, and execute them into sustainable startups. That's the simple concept, but try putting it on the website and it becomes pretty complicated pretty quickly. But that's what our focus will be, and I refer to it as hyper focusing. And this came out of our trials with RightPiper, which, as you may know, is it's a working prototype, although it has its own legs with a lot of interest in the venture itself. We are using RightPiper to really test the small outside model, and some great feedback is coming out of it, which is helping us tune our model further. But the whole hyper focusing effort that we are on right now is clearly highlighting some things, which is people love these kinds of ideas, and that's great, but time becomes the most difficult thing for people to provide. So one of the things we are starting to look at is how we look at participation and look at the time commitment aspect. So there's no doubt people are joining with a lot of passion, but if passion cannot translate into action, then it's not really of much value to anyone. And that action's only possible if there is a level of time commitment involved. So we are looking at how we do this for the community co-founders who have already joined the journey. Our model was initially working to 4 hours a week. It's clearly proven that that doesn't work. So that will go up. It does mean that you may not feel that you can be part of this journey, and it will be a loss, but equally you can still participate in an advisory mode. So there will be a slight change to that. And the reason is very simple. There's a lot of action to be done, and we need that level of time commitment from the community co-founders. So watch out for updates on this. I will share them as always. The other thing is on ThirdSpace, which I think seems to be working quite well. So ThirdSpace, if you recall, is really a place where people come together for shameless networking, but most importantly, to chase things that they're most passionate about. We've tried Discord in the past. It's got a curve associated with it, a learning curve. It's a tooling challenge. People are not used to Discord, and we moved to LinkedIn with some good success. The engagements went up very quickly. Getting people onboarded, new people who were wanting to join this journey became even easier because people are already on LinkedIn. So some good activities there. If you recall Friday Fix Its, we said we would use every Friday to fix one particular issue. Again, more intelligent conversations that can translate into meaningful ventures. And ThirdSpace seems to be a good place to do that because, again, we're bringing passionate people there. I think on last count, there were 55 of us. We will stop at 150, at which point we will fine tune the approach to ThirdSpace. How do we get people around passion ideas, and how do we structure them into ventures? So that will be the focus for ThirdSpace anyways. Again, it will be a wobbly journey in the initial few weeks, but the goal is to eventually get to a model where 150 people can align on one particular passion that they really carry with them, and do what they do with that group of 150 well-aligned people. That's the long-term goal. At this stage, we are starting with 150 mixed passion people, but what we're really doing is trialing the concept and see if it has legs. Front row, I touched upon it last week as well. Front row is essentially, it does align very close to third space with chasing passion. A lot of us are on our own journeys, and quite often we are lonely in that journey, and we need support from others. And people are there to help you, but you need a forum to share what you're passionate about, what your journey is, what the obstacles are, and that's what Front Row is going to be all about. Simple idea: get your journey recorded, put it on the platform where others can view it. Of course, this is not entertainment; it is raw and gory, but that's the whole point. People who really care about your journey will come along and support you. You can ask for support, but that's where Front Row is going. Again, we've looked at video platforms that could host it. Vimeo seems to be quite promising. Again, there are questions because there's a certain structure we need to achieve for that. And the promise is 99p. Initially, for a one-off fee, you get access to everyone who's trying to chase a dream and support them and engage and learn from their journeys. But that price will keep increasing. It will still stay 99p, but it will be 99p for 1 year, followed by 99p for 1 month, and so on. So that's where Front Row is. So only a technology, we've chipped away at the technology solution. Again, trying to look for out of box instead of building. And the last item I have in terms of updates is on the tooling. Again, we've seen, I've mentioned how LinkedIn has been more useful than Discord, but Discord does have its place. Discord is great for very threaded conversations, and this will now become the venture studio. So the place where we incubate ventures, where a deeper interaction is needed, where threaded conversations are needed. And that's what Discord is becoming. So if you are on Discord, if you're not actively into venture building, don't worry, you will automatically get booted out simply because we are enforcing engagement level pruning, which means if you've not logged into Discord for a certain amount of time, you will automatically be removed. And it's not to remove you, you're always welcome back. But what we are trying to do is make sure people who are within the venture building network, the people who are actively working, know who they can engage with on a more active basis. Of course, the same people will also be on the LinkedIn third space, and they can always engage with you if you decide that Discord is not the space for you. But those are my high-level updates for this week. And by the way, yes, on tooling, we are getting out of Teams completely. A lot of offboarding has already happened. If you still have data there, and if you're still not responded to my question about backups, please do. You will be offboarded soon because Teams hasn't worked. It's not paid any dividends in terms of the effort and overhead it was adding. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of this week. Another week starting today, and of course you will get an update from me during the next launch chat. At this stage, I would like to thank you and wish you a lovely Easter break. If you are in a country where Easter breaks are a thing, if you're not, just enjoy your weekend and speak soon.